Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another segment of Champion Unleashing the Champion Within with your host, Andrea Mason, the global voice and your personal accountability coach. I am honored and privileged to have with me here today Miss Rebecca Mott. Hello, Rebecca. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Excellent. Vibrant energy is just amazing every time we connect. So, Rebecca, I would love for you to share with our audience on how working together you have learned and how to manage and heighten your personal awareness and create generate preventative measures to allow you to create and limit and eliminate fear, self doubt, and have self discipline while building a legacy of love within your family and going from worker bee to executive bee. I'd love to hear it.
Well, thank you, Andrea. And it has been an amazing journey. Let me just say that. When I reached out to you to engage with you to become my personal accountability coach, I
Mhm.
had one thing in mind about what a relationship with a personal accountability coach would look like. But you have supported me in ways that I did not expect. And as an innovator, a collaborator, and a creator, one of the things that is tough is managing your own level of energy. So I am very energetic and I like to have a lot of things going at one time and I love to create, but with that comes some stress and figuring out how to balance everything and eliminate fear and self-doubt that sometimes creeps in as you're innovating and creating. Because the thing about innovation, Andrea, is
Mhm.
a lot of times you are coming up with different ideas. You're challenging the status quo thinking, and people don't always embrace that. And so it can cause you to begin to doubt your own value and the value that you are bringing to whatever space you show up as an innovator and a creator. And what you have done for me is help me tap in. You hit it, that personal awareness is so important. Being self-aware emotionally, being self-aware physically, being self-aware spiritually, all of those things are vitally important to keep the energy and momentum going as an innovator, a creator, and a collaborator.
Right, right. And I would love for you, you have come so far since the beginning of when we have connected that you are the trailblazer of really honing into your own from going from what most people would call a worker bee to an executive bee. What would be some of your takeaways and elaborate on that, if you will, for a little bit?
Fantastic question. So, as we've worked together, I've had several opportunities to work with teams and leading different initiatives and kicking off different types of events and things like that. And as I leaned into my role as a leader, what I began to again, that self-awareness, right? What I began to come aware of is some of the self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors that I had going from a worker bee to an executive bee. So there's a saying that says, what got you here won't get you there, all right?
Right.
And when I think about going from a worker bee to an executive bee where I'm in that leadership chair,
Mhm.
where I'm promoting others and I am talking to others about how they contribute to whatever it is that we're trying to create.
Right.
It is so important for me to remember, again, to manage myself emotionally, spiritually, and be in tune with my physical body
Mm.
as I am working with others, beside others, and leading others. Because the thing about it, Andrea, uh, that I've learned is that the team that you're leading can, whether or not you say anything, they can feel that energy. So when you have that self-doubt that creeps in, when your energy level is not clear and where it's supposed to be, people can intuitively pick up on that. And it impacts how the team is motivated. And so on my journey, I am working with you as my personal accountability coach. I learned specific strategies to use to help to manage my own tendencies to be that worker bee rather than the executive bee, right?
Right.
And
Right.
to rather than being the doer all the time, being the leader that encourages, supports the doers.
Yes. Yes. As well as delegation, as well as relinquishing that stress and having the ability to say, wait a minute, I'm going to give them that ability, that opportunity that was given to me to allow them to shine.
Absolutely. So that letting go, right? And
Mhm. Right.
trusting
Mm.
others.
Yes.
And what I learned, Andrea, in working with you is the level of trust that I'm willing to place in others is a direct reflection of the level of trust I have for myself.
Yes.
It's really interesting how that works, right?
Yes,
So it's
absolutely.
like a mirror
Hmm.
that people are mirroring back to you. So if you have self-doubt, if you allow limiting beliefs
Hmm.
to keep you from the full expression of who you are as the leader, right?
Right.
That is reflected back in the people that you're leading. And so they kind of
Absolutely.
feel that. And then it keeps them from reaching their full potential and leaning in and doing what they need to do to shine, right? Because that's the thing
Absolutely.
about that I learned about being an executive bee, and I think you just mentioned it. It's
Mhm.
about stepping back and letting other people shine in
Yes,
their own gifts and talents and abilities,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So I may not be up out front for everything. I
Right.
may be behind the scenes, motivating and encouraging. And that is the difference between that worker bee and that executive bee. You're not always out front,
Right.
but you're always present in terms of the way that you bring the energy and motivation to your team.
Yes, and leading from behind the scenes, leading by, leadership, example, as well as trust. And that's definitely a reflection that's emulated that we want to remind leaders out there. Everything you do as a leader is a reflection of your team, those who are working for you in collaboration for you, and even your competitors. So that's something definitely to keep in mind. Absolutely. So, Miss Rebecca, what would you say one is the key pivotal moments on this journey thus far that was that aha moment for you?
So it came through an event that I was leading,
Mhm.
and I was working on this event where we were launching an innovation center. And as I was doing that work, it required collaboration with all different types of people, right? So we
Right.
had people who were out front, We had our technical folks who were involved. We had some folks that were involved to kind of manage all of the logistics of the event. We
Nice.
had the people who were volunteering to help us with the event.
Right.
And then we had all the prep work that we had to do and working with vendors and whatnot. So there were a lot of moving parts and pieces, as any event is.
Mhm.
And again, being able to step into that role where I'm casting the vision, right? So I'm putting the vision out there. And then to your point about letting go and delegating, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
seeing so the people that I'm working with will take that,
Mhm.
and it may not be exactly what I articulated. A lot of times what I found out in my journey is it's better. It's
Right.
better.
Right. Yes.
You know, I have a vision, and then they take that and they bring it to life, and it's a collaborative process. It's
Mhm.
not me saying, hey, you do this and you do that and you
Right.
do this. But it's more about leading people on this journey so that they can see what you see. And then once they see it, they get in motion, and then they become the creators.
Absolutely. 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 It's that rippling effect, if you will, of a vision and really putting people into that trust mode, as you said, and executing to another level. Excellent. Excellent. So, Miss Rebecca, I would love to ask, as I do to everyone, what's next in store for you? What's the next goal that you're working or project or event that you're constructing down the road?
Well, I wish I had time to give you my full list. But one of the things that I am super excited about is
Yes.
my chair of the innovation technical community
Yes.
for the American Society for Quality. So the American Society for Quality is a global organization
Mm.
that promotes quality professionals. They provide training opportunities, professional development opportunities, and collaboration opportunities, both
Excellent.
locally, nationally, and internationally.
Mhm.
And as part of the division for innovation in 2023, I will be leading that community as we spread the message of innovation across the globe. We have some fantastically smart, deeply experienced folks. Some of them have decades of experience in the innovation space, and they're creating some things that I think need to be shared with the world. So I'm super excited to jump into this organization and serve them in this capacity to lead our community to share the message of innovation.
That's excellent. And I look forward to continuing this life transformational journey called Press Play, Plan Life According to You, and walking beside you every step of the way. Miss Rebecca, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first. Going from worker bee to executive bee, it is possible. And we will have her back as chair of the innovation community that now will become or already is global. Miss Rebecca, thank you so much for having me. Ladies and gentlemen, her information will be in the show notes. And it is an honor and privilege to have you here. Thank you so much for being here.
I am so grateful for your support, Andrea. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
the opportunity.
Likewise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up another segment of Unleashing the Champion Within with your host, Andrea Mason, your personal accountability coach and the global voice. Stay tuned for the next episode. See you there. Be well. Thank you.